Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today we are looking at the Seeker Droid. So that's originally what this was called. This is just straight up a Seeker Droid, but it is a criminal location detection droid, which is a model of Seeker Droid used during the early years of the New Republic. This comes to us from West End Games Galaxy Guide number 11. And again, it's another one of those. This was made strictly for the role playing game as a way for um, game masters to kind of throw out some extra flavor and stuff like that for everyone. Um, and here we are. So, the Seeker criminal location detection droid here has a dexterity of 2D. Uh, we give it, or they gave it, not me, they gave it a blaster skill of 3D, dodge of 3D, missile weapons 3D. Now, this is just simply an orb, so we'll see what all abilities it's got here. Knowledge is a 2D plus 1. Languages, 3D plus 1. Law enforcement is a 4D. Um, Mechanical, it doesn't have anything, and because it throws a page break there. All right, we'll get that out of there. Perception. So it's, perception is a little bit above average. It's a 2D plus 2. Investigations is a 3D plus 2, and a search is a 4D for trying to find whatever its foe happens to be. Has a strength of 1 and technical of 1, but it does have a security of 2. It's equipped with, it has a small spherical body, so that's our orb right here. Has visual and auditory sensor recorders at human range. It does have a vocabulator for speech and sound systems, so it can actually talk to people, not just do the beeps or whatever that we have with our standard astromech droids. It has an AA-1 vibro brain, translating one. I don't know if it's a one or an I. -A communication module with over 50,000 languages, repulsor lift stabilizers, altitude from ground level up to 50 meters, has a comm link to local police agency command central, has a stun blaster, so it does 3D plus 2 stun damage. So this will just stun you, it won't kill you. Um, the abilities has perfect memory. The Seeker units keep a permanent record of all visual and auditory experiences for replay or hard copy reproduction. Has a DNA tracer tracing module. Seeker units are programmed to home in on matching DNA traces detected in their environment, giving them a plus 3D to search when tracking a target. Threat evaluation module. If the subject being tracked is located, a series of onboard threat analysis programs determine whether an immediate attempt to disarm/detain should be attempted or requests for general assistance are invoked. It has a move of 13, so it's actually a little faster than standard humanoids. Most people have a base move of 10. Size is 0.35 meters in diameter, and it costs about 15,000 credits brand new, not legally available to private people. Um, and this comes from Galaxy Guide 11, Criminal Organizations, page 92. So if you happen to have the book, which I don't know if I have that one or not, and sometimes when I'm looking through my bookshelf, I will pass over books like 3 times before I find them. I figured it's easier for me to go to Wikipedia, mainly because I can just find the information I'm looking for right there. Even though there are times where, just anything on Wikipedia, sometimes people put things in a little incorrectly or however it goes in. We do our best. So, not saying I know everything either. There are times where I kind of like, well, like the Thai/IN, they have it as LN, so I'm just using that as an example. But like I said, we all try to do the best we can. All right. So West End Games had actually developed a couple really kind of nasty droids here. This one is very good. Of course, typically from my taking of this would be something you would find on a planet. Okay, and if they knew to look for you. So if you go to a random planet and you're wanted by the law or whatever, chances are you're not going to have something like this out after you unless they happen to know that you're there. So let's just say that we have one of these on most common planets looking for, say, Boba Fett, because he's a no criminal personnel. Um, he's wanted for murders or whatever else. Um, he may be wanted enough that they might have one on every planet. But think about it this way: when you have one on the planet and it's constantly looking for him, um, the chances of it actually finding him in the same city at the same time that he's there as he's on a planet and then gone is not always going to happen. So just keeping that in mind. Unless it's a very small planet and only one little settlement, chances are that's not going to really kind of happen too often. But there's always that chance. Um, and at 15,000 credits for something that could be a maybe that it happens. And they don't tell us exactly how many people it can track at a time. So let's just kind of leave it at that. Maybe it has a file base, but it's going after one person. So typically, if it's tracking someone, it could maybe have a, let's see, security investigation. We'll just say a random 4D chance um, to happen to find the person. And if I was using this and seeing someone was there, I would say you'd have to get a 30 plus out of the 4D. And just one simple roll to see if it happens to be there in the right town at the right time, that it might be able to find some information that so and so might be there. And then even another one or two 30 plus rolls in order to actually start really looking for the person. Not something I typically use, but it is something that's out there if you really want to have some fun with people. Um, but there again, like Darth Maul looking for Jedi or something like that. Um, him having his own kind of droids like this, very much like this. Uh, yeah, there's that opportunity that it's talking to the ship, and then it finds him, and we go from there. So, all right, another interesting droid that we don't typically get to see because it was made specifically for the game. Although you do kind of find something similar to this from the Phantom Menace. Darth Maul had his own version of this, but it was still essentially the same type of droid. Um, so it's the precursor to what the New Republic had gotten. So, all right. Hope you have a wonderful day as always, and we'll see you in the next video.